Okay, good morning, Mr. Zaki and also Ma'am Triana. Can you hear my voice? Okay, now we are joined with two members. Yeah, we have Mr. Zaki and also Ma'am Triana. So, are you guys ready with your material today to present?
Okay, maybe we can start this class, Mr. Yusuf.
Okay, so good morning, everyone. In this second meeting with me, and on Friday would be the last meeting with me as well. And in today's meeting, before we proceed to our main agenda about you presenting the material today, I'm about to deliver some of the essential points about public speaking because I believe that this one is really important because once you are being a lecturer, it means you have to be able to talk outside and inside of the classroom. Okay, so in today's meeting, I'm going to give you some of the essential uh, points or elements in public speaking that you may use in the future if you're about to, maybe being a presenter in a conference, or maybe you are presenting your paper to public. And let me share the slides first. All right, so basically when it comes to public speaking or yang lebih dikenal sebagai ini ya, bagaimana kita ngomong di depan umum gitu ya, or maybe like you actually can adopt this and adapt this into the classroom ya, so you can actually adjust ya, disesuaikan dengan keadaan yang juga bisa gitu, karena basically when you have to use the language, especially English, to teach in a classroom, obviously you have to, take a look and then also consider these following elements gitu ya, in public speaking, because it will also help you to improve somehow the skill of your speaking gitu ya. So first of all, we have here like 5 elements in public speaking. We have the speaker, which is us ya, as a lecturer or teacher or someone else yang memang punya power or the authority in the classroom to teach, or maybe the one who have the power to talk about something in front of a lot of people. The message is what we are talking about and what we deliver to the target of our, let's say, intention. Maybe like the message is the lesson that we deliver in the classroom. Yeah. So the audience is our students, or maybe the one that we are talking to. Yeah, that's what we call as the audience. And also feedback. Nah, feedback ini biasanya lebih ini ya, mengarah ke the reactions that we get during the moment we talk. Ya, itu lebih ke feedback gitu. Nanti mungkin kita akan lihat kira-kira pentingnya apa feedback itu, gitu ya. And then also the place or situations. Ya, as a professional speaker, or let's say a professional lecturer or educator, you guys have to also consider the place or the situations where you are in at the moment, so that you can actually adjust the way you talk or the way you deliver your material gitu ya. So let's start with the first elements in public speaking, which is really essential or important for all of us here to consider or to take a look at. Yeah, okay. So the first one we're talking about is the speaker. All right, so we have something in common in the past that, first of all, speakers, yeah, they put a lot of effort into visual guides. Like I said earlier, when you are presenting your paper or your material, it's okay, it's fine for you to have visual, yeah, to help you to deliver your point better. But remember, do not overuse this. Nah, itu ya, itu mungkin yang masih kita jumpai di sekarang ini, kayak terlalu bergantung pada visual aids atau visual guides seperti itu. And then the second one, they overlook themselves as the main element to making a superior introduction. It means that in situations we believe that we know everything we talked about. Nah, itu mungkin kayak kelemahan kita adalah sebagai seorang speaker atau mungkin seseorang yang mumpuni dalam bidangnya. Sometimes we feel like we know everything. Nah, but at the end of the day, somehow if we teach our students, maybe they read something more than us, and then they share this to the classroom. So it's still possible that sometimes students are way far compared to their lecturer, yeah, in terms of reading books or maybe like materials. Therefore, as a lecturer or speaker, kita tidak boleh terlalu mendominasi, tidak boleh terlalu kesannya kayak apa namanya tahu segalanya. Padahal in a classroom setting, we're having discussions, so everything is possible. Alright, so do not ever feel superior in front of your students, karena itu akan somehow kalau kita nggak tahu apa yang kita omongkan juga it's a bit embarrassing gitu ya sometimes. Okay. The third one is about there are two dependent visual guides. Tadi itu ya. Kalau yang pertama itu lebih ke bagaimana cara kita menggunakan sebanyak mungkin apa namanya gambar untuk deliver our material. But then again untuk yang third point adalah terlalu bergantung pada gambar juga, that's not a good thing to do ya. Jadi kita nggak boleh terlalu rely on atau bergantung pada animasi atau mungkin tampilan PowerPoint yang ya semenarik itu, padahal sebenarnya kalau kita perhatikan lebih detail lagi materi ini nggak tersampaikan secara jelas, malah cuman fokusnya ke penggunaan visual saja. Nah, itu yang perlu Bapak Ibu di sini untuk mulai untuk diubah ya habitnya when you have to explain material to your students, or either when you have about to perform outside the classroom, or maybe kalau kita dijadikan sebagai speaker gitu ya, atau mungkin as a guest speaker, masih kuliah tamu gitu. So things that you have to remember in mind adalah as a speaker, you guys are there not to be superior one, but you have to accommodate the discussions, yeah, the process of discussion seperti itu. Okay, so here we have 3 factors that we have to consider, yeah, to be a good speaker. The first one is the inspirations when making introductions or your energy. Nah, kita kalau sebagai pembicara, sebagai pengajar ya, it's important for us to always have positive vibes or energy when we have to teach. Nah, itu lebih mengena karena gini, karena kalau kita nggak bonding dulu dengan siswanya, materi tidak akan tersampaikan dengan baik. Once we feel bored, or we feel sad, or we feel something is not really happy in that day, itu akan secara nggak langsung, psychologically speaking, it will affect the way we teach in the classroom. So make sure every single time we teach, we have to make sure that we are in a good mood, we are in really good conditions, baru nanti bisa menyampaikan materi dengan baik. Okay. The second one is the communication skills as a speaker. Ini penting banget. Sometimes ya, we can see that lecturers are smart, ya, pinter banget dalam hal materi, tetapi waktu penyampaiannya they're not that smart. Nah, kadang tuh ada dosen yang tipenya adalah pinter banget secara materi ya, waktu menyampaikan untuk siswanya kayak masih susah. Nah, therefore, as a lecturer, you guys have to be able to somehow, improve your communication skills. Itu lebih penting banget. Jadi kayak when you are talking to your students, make sure it's 2 ways of communications ya. Jangan kita ngomong sendiri, kita nggak make sure mereka paham nggak sama yang kita omongkan. Gitu ya. So when we are talking like this, make sure we have to check their, let's say, reaction. Apakah mereka bosan, apakah mereka apa, itu mungkin sebenarnya itu hal-hal yang sudah biasa kita lakukan di kelas, cuman memang banyak yang terskip karena pikirnya udah aku ngajar, materi kita sampaikan selesai. It's not that simple sebenarnya. We have to make sure. That's why itu penting banget apa disebut dengan sebagai evaluations. Nah, itu penting banget. That's why kalau kita pengen good evaluations at the end of a class, proses, we have to also take a look our skills in communications with the students. Nah, seperti itu ya. That's for the second point. The third one is the style and the self-improvement in part of insight and thoughts. Nah, ini lebih ke setelah kita ngajar beberapa kali gitu ya, and we evaluate our classroom, we will see ya some of the improvement of ourselves. Kita akan melihat kira-kira ada nggak improvement yang kita sejauh ini buat gitu. Apakah di kelas ini kita membutuhkan belajar lebih atau mungkin kita harus melakukan perubahan cara mengajar atau mungkin we have to use different learning models to accommodate different needs of our students. Ya, seperti itu. Jadi nanti kita bagaimana cara kita pintar-pintarnya untuk mengatur strategi in order to deliver this material. We don't also neglect the students' conditions ya, karena mereka somehow they demand something different because they may be learned in a different style of learning and we have to know that. Jadi kita harus tahu siswa itu belajarnya sukanya apa aja, apakah cuma visual doang, apakah dia juga suka yang sesuatu yang abstract or something that involves physical activity. We have to know that. Ya. So the first one is about speaker ya, yang perlu kita tanamkan di pikiran kita adalah as a speaker kita tidak boleh terlalu menggurui our lesson students. We have to open space ya, have a really big open space karena we have to welcome them to discuss every single thing they have in their mind. Although sometimes maybe there might be like disagreement among students and also maybe we kind of disagree with them or they are disagree with us. Sebenarnya umum yang terjadi seperti itu. Okay. The second one we talk about is this message or maybe the content or our learning material in the classroom itu penting banget untuk kita tahu ya. Kira-kira apa sih harus kita persiapan, apa sih harus kita breakdown untuk menyampaikan materi. Karena kadang gini, when students are learning in the classroom, they are not only hoping to get the material, but they also want to learn something new from their lecturers. Jadi ada baiknya sewaktu kita mengajar jangan hanya fokus pada materi, fokuskan pada bagaimana materi ini nanti kita bisa langsung ajak mereka untuk eksplorasi or like say experience gitu. Karena if we learn something abstract, ya mereka bakal melakukan itu sendiri pun bisa gitu loh. Even only by reading book, it's fine, but as a lecturer we have to guide them. Yeah, we have to make sure that the experience, the theory that we explain. Nah, yang pertama konten. Make sure we have to be clear with the content ya. Jangan sampai kita membuat konten itu seolah-olah jadi lebih susah. Nah, problem speaking ya, scientifically speaking, some of the lecturers out there they like to make the students confused. Nah, suka banget ngejalin sesuanya dengan dibikin pusing atau dibikin bingung. Padahal in order for you to have a good communication skills in the classroom, you have to simplify something complicated. That is the basic thing. Nah, itu yang perlu kita garis bawahi bahwa kalau kita ngajar, kalau kita menyampaikan materi itu, jangan berbelit-belit. Ya. Get to the point and let them think more. Nah, jadi nanti kalau sudah menyampaikan materi itu, udah dikasihkan semuanya secara gamblang, secara jelas, and later ask them suruh mereka untuk bereksplorasi sendiri. Bagaimana cara mereka memandang informasi yang sudah kita berikan, and also put them in the different situations and let them imagine what will happen if they are in situations. Nah, seperti itu. And then the second one is style. Yeah, this clarifies how the substance of the speech is introduced. Style may be different. Sometimes it must be formal or casual. Yeah, so waktu kita mengajar, obviously we're going to use our own style ya, entah itu mau formal or maybe casual or maybe informal. It's all up to you Bapak Ibu. Cuman memang ada baiknya kalau kita menghadapi mahasiswa itu kita menggunakannya casual ya. Jadi jangan terlalu formal, jangan terlalu yang akademik banget gitu. Karena kalau terlalu akademik itu mereka akan somehow enggak terlalu nggak dengan materinya, udah kayak aduh kok ini belajarnya tegang banget. Nah itu ya, jadi mungkin once we are teaching we have to know the art of teaching ya, karena the art of teaching adalah dimana kita bisa menyampaikan materi tanpa terasa materi itu sudah terjelaskan, bagaimana cara kita menyampaikan sesuatu yang difficult and they feel like it's easy for them to understand. Itu namanya style gitu ya. Nah, structure ini yang paling penting, karena kenapa? Sebagian dari kita pasti cuman menyampaikan materi, tugas selesai, that's it. Nah, jadi when you have to present something, explain something to your students, make sure we have the presentations, body contentions, and the end. Jadi harus runtut. Openingnya seperti apa, isinya materi pelajarannya atau materinya seperti apa, and then hubungannya dengan yang lain seperti apa, seperti linknya, flow-nya seperti apa, itu harus jelas. dan sebelum penutupan pun juga harus ada bridging-nya ya, jangan langsung di close ya. Karena gini, once you are set, yeah, if you are labeled as a professional teacher or lecturer, it means that we have to cover these all elements, mulai dari opening until closing. Nah, seperti itu ya. Oke, moving on. Nah, ini audience. Nah, sometimes kita hanya fokus untuk apa? Delivering our material without even considering the conditions of our students. Nah itu, makanya kadang kita mikir bahwa kok cara ngajarku nggak efektif, apa yang kurang? Ya. Kita cuma evaluasinya di bagian kitanya aja, ya. The way we teach and the way we deliver the material, it's not enough. Ya, it's important for us to get close to our students. Kita harus tahu dulu mereka ini umurnya range-nya berapa aja sih. Mereka ini cowok-ceweknya berapa komposisinya. Itu penting banget karena gini, between those two genders, they somehow have different learning style. Ya, jadi kita tidak bisa langsung terpaku untuk menggunakan the only one learning model. Kita harus bagaimana cara kita untuk menyiasati itu gitu ya, entah dengan mix and match or maybe like we create our own learning model or learning styles ya yang memang cocok dengan kelas itu. Karena at the end of the day, if we doing evaluations process dan kita tidak melihat kondisi siswanya atau kondisi peserta didik itu, such a waste of time ya. Jadi kita cuma refleksinya atau evaluasinya itu cuma dari one point of view aja ya. Sebenarnya harus juga dari point of view lain atau mungkin dari sisi siswanya. That's way more important or essential. Ya. Oke, next one. Nah ini feedback, ini yang paling penting. Karena kadang ini, waktu kita ngajar kita nggak peduli nih, entah siswanya mau dengerin atau enggak. Kayak mikirnya ya udah it's all up to you, sorry. Nah kita cuman mikir kayak udah aku ngajar materi tersampaikan selesai, that's it. Nah it's not that simple ya. If we want to make sure that they understand, yeah, they get the information that we explain, you have to take a look at their facial expressions. Kita harus lihat, waktu kita ngajar mereka ngantuk nggak? Waktu kita ngajar mereka ini ngapain? Apakah mereka doing something else yang nggak berhubungan dengan perkuliahan? Seperti itu. Karena at the end of the day jangan berpikir bahwa teacher and lecturer are different. They are all the same. Kalau mikirnya adalah kalau teacher itu lebih ke karakter building, sama aja ya. Karakter building itu nggak terbatas hanya untuk high school students aja. Even at the university we have to build the students character juga. Jadi kita tidak cuma datang ngajar selesai tidak. So we are also in responsibility for their understanding in the classroom. So, karena kalau kita menyampaikan ilmu dan mereka nggak paham, itu juga our burden gitu kan. Sama aja kalau nggak paham akhirnya cara ngajar kita useless. Ya kayak buat apa kita ngajar kalau ternyata materinya tidak well accepted by our students. Gitu ya. So make sure feedback atau mungkin reactions yang mereka memang perform during teaching and learning process is really essential. It's really important for us to have evaluations after having the classroom. Jadi dari feedback pun nanti juga kita bisa lihat ya bagaimana kita ambil evaluasi. Ternyata dari sekian banyak siswa waktu aku ngajar ini ada beberapa yang kelihatannya kayak bosen atau mungkin kayak agak fokus atau gimana. Next time kita coba nih cara yang lain, using another learning model. Nah akhirnya apa, dengan cara itu kita berexperience, oh ternyata di kelasku ini lebih banyak siswa yang menggunakan this learning model. So next time you can try another learning model to implement it in your classroom and let's see how it results. Seperti itu Pak Ibu ya. Jadi begitu untuk ini. Nah untuk yang tadi sebelumnya. Nah, sekarang kita talking about place or situations. Nah, ini penting banget karena kadang gini, ada gitu pengajar yang kayak dia mager duduk doang di depan, nggak mau kuliah sana sini. Karena gini, kalau kita move ya from one spot to another spot, it's really that meaningful to our students. Sekarang mereka berpikir bahwa wah, aku diajak berinteraksi secara langsung nih dengan my lecturer. Nah, mereka akan langsung ambil posisi di mana mereka akan memperhatikan Bapak Ibu dari atas ke bawah belajar seperti apa. They will pay attention to you, obviously. Nah, Dengan cara ini, dengan kita get close to our students, get close to them, interact with them directly, gak cuma duduk di depan doang, itu lebih efektif. But ya, kalau sekarang kan kita juga ada yang namanya online learning ya, mungkin kayak itu lebih agak challenging lagi ya, karena memang compared to offline learning, online itu lebih banyak challenge-nya karena kita nggak bisa mengukur sampai mana pemahaman mereka, bagaimana mereka react atau mereka memberikan feedback ke the way we teach gitu kan, it's nearly impossible for us to have a concrete or complete evaluations ya untuk learning karena memang ada batasan yang kita nggak bisa untuk breakdown gitu ya. Tapi kalau we are in situations of offline learning itu lebih efektif karena kelima elemen ini memang penting banget untuk kita consider ya in every single classroom we have, itu penting banget karena tanpa 5 elemen ini our learning process is not going to run smoothly ya. Jadi make sure nanti Bapak Ibu kalau sudah di kelas itu paling nggak remember ya, we have the speaker, the content, the feedback, the situations, and also yang tadi beberapa elemen sudah saya jelaskan. Make sure nanti dicek apakah semua elemen ini muncul di kelas kita. Nah, kalau enggak, kita harus doing something else, doing something further to evaluate what we have done in our class. Okay, so I think that's all for the material today that I can deliver. So it's time ya untuk Bapak Ibu. Nah sekarang karena kemarin baru ada 2 performers ya. Maybe in today's meeting we can have 3 if possible. But if it's not possible, we can still have like at least 2 presenters here with us today. Monggo silahkan Bapak Ibu yang hari ini ingin jadi volunteer nih ya, mau present your material, monggo silahkan.
Yusuf, I'm sorry I can't show my face because the connection is very terrible.
It's okay, Mr. Boy, it's fine. Okay, maybe Mr. Boy can ask the members here to perform because yeah, we have a deal that in every single meeting we will have like 2 or 3 presenters. Okay. Monggo silakan Bapak Ibu yang ingin present. Time is yours.
Miss Miftahul
Okay.
Jannah.
Miss Miftahul Jannah.
Miss Miftahul Jannah, if Mr. Ari is the most expert male.
Okay.
In English, Miss Miftahul Jannah is most expert for female.
Oh, okay. Okay, let's see then. Let's welcome.
I'm so sorry I can't present today because I'm sick today. I feel not good.
All right. It's okay, ma'am. So, yeah, it will
No
soon for
problem,
you, right?
Rita. Just present slowly.
No, I feel not good today. I'm so sorry.
Okay. It's okay. Then it will soon for you. Yeah. Okay. So maybe we can go to the next person. Silahkan mungkin yang lain, monggo.
Mr. Reza.
Okay, Mr. Reza. We're still waiting for you, yeah?
Yeah,
okay.
Mr. Reza, because the last meeting, Mr. Reza.
Yeah, last meeting.
Now it's yours.
Yeah. Hello.
It's yours.
Yusuf.
Yeah.
Okay. Halo, Mr. Reza.
Yeah. Halo, Mr. Reza. Halo, Mr. Reza.
Yeah, Mr. Reza. Can you hear all of us here? Apparently, I cannot hear your voice. It's just too, small.
Mr. Samsuki. Nah, Mr. Samsuki.
Okay, Mr. Samsuki. All right.
Oh.
What's wrong with your audio, Mr. Samsuki? Apparently, your voice is not audible enough.
Too much reason.
Yeah, come on, you guys. I mean, if you want to improve your communication skills and speaking skills, you better perform, yeah. So we can learn together based on your performance, and yeah, you can even do better next time. So please, yang belum present, silahkan present ya, karena kemarin sudah ada beberapa gitu kan. Jadi probably we're going to have like at least minimal 2 lah ya untuk hari ini presenternya gitu. Monggo silahkan.
Sorry, Mr. Yusuf.
Yes, Mr. Boy.
A lot of members for this meeting already sick because the weather is not
Yeah, I guess a lot of people are, sick these days because of like, the weather's unstable, perhaps. Yeah.
yeah. Thousand all of member in this family together sick together.
Okay, so maybe we can at least have only one presenter. Mungkin yang sudah, mungkin Pak Ari mau apa namanya ini present lagi mungkin daripada nggak ada yang apa namanya perform hari ini. Monggo silakan yang sudah juga boleh lagi. Nah, at least we can have. Okay, thank you so much for notifying me.
Okay, and Mr. Yusuf, maybe in next meeting we must make a schedule for present in this meeting.
Oh yeah.
Oke.
Sure.
Biar nggak tujuan.
Yeah, maybe after this, Mr. Boy and friends bisa arrange nanti untuk minggu depan siapa yang nanti perform. Nah, kayak gitu nih. Ada persiapan gitu ya.
Ya.
Oke. If no one's ask a questions, mungkin mau nggak Bapak Ibu yang bisa on cam, kita on cam ambil foto dulu untuk sesi pada hari ini, J. Oke, silahkan kameranya dinyalakan terlebih dahulu yang masih bisa on cam ya. Oke. Saya hitung mundur, J. Oke, in 3, 2, 1. Cheers. Okay, thank you so much, everyone, for today's meeting. I'm really happy that I can get a chance to discuss with you about English and everything about it. I'll see you again in the next meeting on Wednesday, because this Friday kita akan skip dulu karena you guys have something to do in Malang ya. So, and later nanti untuk Mr. Boy and friends, please make sure for the next meeting untuk Wednesday-nya sudah ada daftar nama ya, siapa nanti akan present seperti itu ya. Dan nanti waktu kelas udah gampang nanti untuk ini agendanya. Okay, so thank you so much for today's meeting. I think that's all for today. And finally, I say wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Have a nice day and see you next time, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Yusuf.
You're so welcome, everyone. All right.